Hey everyone, we're back with another video. In this video, I'm gonna sort of talk about my service experience at Tesla. Ever since I picked up the car, which was about a month ago, I had a slight rattle in the A-pillar. I wanted Tesla to sort of address this because it was sort of annoying at highway speeds. And I couldn't really find much on how this service experience was, where you're supposed to go, who you're supposed to talk to, how long does it take, do you get a rental car, all these kinds of stuff. So these are all things I'm going to sort of address in this video. So stay tuned for that. And also please give us some feedback, subscribe. This channel, we're trying to obviously grow it as any channel really, but we have a full build coming for this Tesla Model 3, wrap, wheels, all this kinds of stuff. It's gonna be super exciting, so please stay tuned for that, and let's get into the video. So Tesla service has definitely been sort of the easiest service experience by far, even though I've really only owned one car before this, and I never really had to take it to service, but the process was very simple. I mean, you just go onto the app, and you basically submit a service request. About a week out, they'll reach out to you asking you for documentation. Do you have a video of the noise that's being made, all this kind of stuff. You can submit everything to them. Very simple. You have a date, you have a time, you show up to their service center, and they have a huge bay which you basically pull up into. It's not like you're gonna wait a super long time. When I pulled up at my time of appointment, someone had greeted me. They were super friendly, and they had basically asked me, what problems are there. They were sort of just taking their notes. And what had happened was, unfortunately for me, they didn't really have a loaner car, which was kind of frustrating, but they do give a $100 Uber vouchers per day. And so for my car, they estimated that the car would take 2 days to complete, so they gave me $200 in Uber vouchers. While I did prefer to sort of get a loaner, that's all they had. And honestly, I was sort of annoyed by that because there's definitely many people like myself who have longer commutes and the Uber voucher just won't do. So this is frustrating also because I had reached out a week before asking if they had a loaner or if they could sort of reserve me a loaner. They sort of just brushed me off, and they told me that you can only really get a loaner if the car stays for more than 2 days. So that was a bit conflicting and it's sort of annoying, but the frustrating part about my experience, which I don't know if I can necessarily blame the technicians, but they said they couldn't replicate the issue, the rattling noise that I hear at highway speeds. So I started questioning whether they really did take my car on the highway or if they just took it on city streets. So with that said, I had picked up my car. Basically the service form, which I'll pull up right now, says that basically they couldn't identify any of my concerns, or they couldn't replicate it rather. And that was kind of frustrating. So now I'm definitely gonna have to bring it back. I'm definitely going to request a loaner because it's difficult to get around, especially with COVID. While Uber vouchers is definitely better than nothing, a loaner is just more convenient and you can do more, on your own, I guess you could say. That was that. I mean, everything's done via the Tesla app. I'm very pleased with the service experience, regardless of the fact that my problem didn't really get solved, but just the quality of service was really incredible. I didn't have to wait a super long time. No one tried to sell me on things I didn't need. They didn't try to rob me by charging me for, oh, you owe money for this, you have to pay for an inspection, all this kind of stuff. They're very upfront. They give you a cost estimate. They basically tell you like, oh, this is how much we think you're gonna owe. For me, it was $0 because it's obviously under warranty, as would most things be. But I was very pleased with the service. That was my service experience. If you guys had a similar service experience or a bad one or a better one, please let me know in the comments. I'm curious myself. I know Elon had addressed recently, maybe a few days ago, admitting that Tesla definitely needs to improve on their service, and sort of his approach, which I really do appreciate, I think everyone appreciates, is the fact that he's trying to build a perfect car that never needs to be brought into service. So that was great to hear. The car definitely is built very well as opposed to what the Model 3 was a few years ago, or what Tesla was within the beginning of last decade, I guess you could say. That's it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed hearing about my experience at the Tesla Service Center, please leave it down in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one.